What's up, everyone? Welcome to Cracka. Apparently, I was wrong. It did snow like a mother. Uh, Lots of snow, and now it's pissing rain, so everything's turned to ice. Fun times. So I'm trapped. I'm going to do a small review and show a bunch of comics, a couple key issues here and there, I think. And first, I want to thank Capes and Cloaks for subscribing to me. Appreciate it. And I was watching The Walking Dead last night, and damn, man, damn. Glenn knows how to put the boot to a zombie. Oh man, that was awesome. But another awesome episode, very very cool. Uh, and I watched Ultimate Spider-Man yesterday with Hawkeye. I guess that's their attempt to bring in the Ultimate Avengers, their start. It wasn't too bad versus the Beetle. They knew how to make the Beetle badass, man. He was pretty cool. I've seen him before in the other episodes of Ultimate Spider-Man, but he really is. They made him cool, just like they made Craven cool. So I'm looking forward to future stuff on that. And I was a joke with my friend I put on Facebook. I put up when I was watching Young Justice. I was like, "Oh, another awesome Young Justice video and show." And I'm glad they're canceling. And he's like, "Wow." I was like, "Well, for one, I just can't stand watching really cool programming." I was like, "So I get bored." Sarcasm. Anyway, let me do a review and I'll show you some stuff. All new X-Men #7. Got a chance to read it. Very, very, very cool. The series so far has been awesome. Cyclops basically goes to a bank where he had set up, I guess when he was, obviously a kid, bank accounts for him just in case, I guess, emergency or something like that. And he went there and it was funny because he goes to the teller and have IDs like sort of. He takes his hat off and he's got his glasses, the ruby quartz visor. And she's like, "Oh my God, you're him," and he's like, "Not really, but I'm me or whatever." And he goes to the safety deposit box, and there's just like tons and tons of money in there. And then he finds the wedding invitation for him and Jean Grey, and he's like, shocked. And Mystique shows up, but camouflaged, well, shapeshift into Wolverine. And it was cool, and she like has a huge discussion with him. Like, you got to destroy yourself. Go kill the older version of you. You're the only one who can. But and then the real Wolverine shows up, obviously. But it was really cool. It's a very, very good issue. Very good series. Like I've been saying, I didn't think they were gonna pull off the whole time travel thing, but so far they're doing it right. I'm just waiting for them to screw up. I got a chance to read Avengers #5 with the new Girl Smasher, which was almost like Superman, as you can see the farm. Basically, what happens in this, the original Smasher is almost like the Green Lantern Corps. He's one of many Smashers, and there's the Guardian, not the Guardians. Oh man, the Imperial Guard, and then they have like a subsection of them, and then a subsection of them, and blah blah blah. And when Smasher gets destroyed, his lenses, the eye things, ruby quartz looking thing, I guess leave, and they go find another Smasher, kind of like the Green Lantern's ring. And he finds this girl, and she becomes a new Smasher, and the whole big thing revolves around there. But it wasn't too bad. It was pretty cool. Moving on. New Avengers #3. I should just call this the Illuminati. But this one was interesting. I had a big problem. Well, not a problem, but when I was reading the other issues and they showed Captain America as part of this Illuminati, I'm like, that's just not him. It just Captain America's not the kind of guy that's going to join something like that. Yet he did. And the previous issue they were talking about reforming the Infinity Gauntlet to stop this incursion of another world, kind of destroying our world and stuff like that. The crazy thing is they show the Beast. He's reading a letter that he had gotten from a lawyer from Xavier. They were showing the lawyer was stating how the estate and all the money goes to everybody there, and there was a letter that was specifically for Hank McCoy. So he opens it up and it just says remember, and then all of a sudden he gets a memory, and Xavier he says, "I put this memory, I buried it in your subconscious, and if you're reading the trigger word, it's because I'm no longer around, and there's something I want you to understand." And he was talking about like all these things. He's like, "I've done bad things, all this stuff." He goes, "But there's something I really need you to have," and he's like, oh, what have I always told you? He's like, that you are. And the Beast finds like this secret little vault looking thing, and he types in the word gifted, and there's the mind gem that was supposedly lost because Xavier died and he didn't tell anybody where it was. So the second he grabs the mind gem, he gets transported to the Illuminati, and they're all like, "Oh, welcome," blah blah blah. And, Doctor Strange and Mister Fantastic put like a tracker in Beast's palm that every Illuminati has. It's crazy. Then they just, like I said, they decided to put the Infinity Gauntlet together, and they were trying to figure out who should wield it. And the only person that comes up with this is Captain America. They're like, you're the only person here that could, wield this thing and not get corrupted by it. And he puts it on, and he's like, oh, I can control everything. He's kind of you kind of see him almost like getting ready to snap. And they cross this dimensional border kind of thing, and he starts pushing this entire world back with the Infinity Gauntlet. And he winds up, I guess, pushing too hard, and it destroys the Infinity Gauntlet. Like everything, all the gems shatter except for the time gem. That thing just disappears. And then they start blaming Captain America, like, oh, what'd you do wrong, and blah, blah, blah. And Captain America kind of says, like with the Black Panther, he's talking to Black Panther separately before they get into like a whole thing. He's like, I need to know if you're with me or not. He's like, I know you're not the kind of person that likes this stuff. And he goes, I'm not really either. But, sometimes things have to get done. And he's like, I need to know that you have my back when we get in there. And Black Panther's like, yeah, I always do the right thing. So they go in there and they start blaming Captain America. And Captain America's like, well, the Black Panther's on my side. And he turns on and says, no, I'm not. He's like, I do the right thing. He goes, but I'm not on your side. And they wind up turning on Captain America, and Doctor Strange actually knocks him out. Making him think he was never there. He's like, you were never here. You don't know anything about this. And I was like, oh, man. Crazy book. Moving on. Iron Man number 6, The God Killer Part 1, where he looks like Sunfire. This was a funny book. Basically, Iron Man stops like this alien invasion kind of thing in another part of space. And this purple alien, likes him, and he starts talking to her, and they're gonna go back to her place for a little wah 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 wah. And he takes off his mask, and she sees his beard, and she starts throwing up. She's like, "Oh my God, what is that on your face?" He's like, "My beard." She's like, "You did that on purpose? Get out of my room." It was funny. And then, as he's leaving, these robots attack him, and he destroys them, and he finds that they're cops. And he's like, I surrender. I didn't know you were cops. Whatever it is. And this other alien comes up and says that you killed their god. And he's like, I haven't killed any gods. And he finds out that it's the Phoenix that they're talking about. That's pretty much it. That's how quick this book was. Crazy. Thunderbolts number 4, where everyone looks alike. Still. This thing, I'm getting ready to just drop it because it's pointless almost. Like, it's just kind of like a waste. Like, it's a cool setup of a team. Like, you got the Punisher, Elektra, the Red Hulk, Deadpool, Venom, and now they got the Red Leader. Leader. But, there's almost just, like, no point to it. Like, everybody looks exactly alike, which is funny. Especially Elektra looks like the Punisher. And there's just no, like, nothing to it. It's just kind of like the same thing over and over again. And the annoying part, it seems to be what they're doing with what they did the Avengers, the Illuminati, and now they do it a lot in this. They keep going back and forth. Then, now, later. Then, now, later. You're like, all right, what the hell timeline is this now? It just sucks. It really does. I'm actually gonna. I think I might give it one more issue, and then I'm just gonna drop it because and it's funny because when I read the first, one, I was like, yeah, it's not that bad. It's a cool storyline, but it just keeps dragging certain things out. It's like, oh my God, man. Anyway, the book that everyone wants to hate but can't. Superior Spider-Man number 3. This was awesome. This is another awesome series that you kind of don't want it to do good, but it's doing good. And this thing is kind of funny. J. Jonah Jameson actually comes up with a spider signal, like the Batman signal, and Spider-Man blows it up. And the whole thing is he goes after the Vulture, and he basically winds up killing the Vulture, or at least what it looks like. And Carly, who's friends with Peter and Mary Jane, is finally starting to suspect that Spider-Man isn't Spider-Man. And you see Peter Parker's ghost, and it looks like she sees the ghost. So I don't know. That's how it pretty much ends. But it was pretty cool. Very, very good book. I'm looking forward to the next one. Alrighty. Before I get into what I'm going to show you, I actually noticed something that was kind of interesting. Amazing Spider-Man 700, the variant edition of the second printing. It actually, I was putting it away and I'm looking at it. Normally it says the world's greatest superhero, but on the reprinting it says the world's deadest superhero. I just thought it was interesting. Moving on. Alrighty. Now, some of these are key issues, which not really. You've pretty much seen them all, or at least the key issues anyway. But I had gotten a message, a message from on YouTube from a unknown YouTuber. I guess they don't have the channel yet. Asking if I had the entire McFarlane run of Spider-Man and if I could show it. Which I've shown it before, but once again, I really can't remember what the hell video it was, so there you go. I'll show you some key issues with McFarlane, and I'll show you my entire McFarlane run. Let's get to it. Amazing Spider-Man number 298, which is the first McFarlane run, first issue he started with, which is the cameo of Venom. Amazing Spider-Man number 299, which I've shown, which I got signed by Todd McFarlane, which is the first appearance of Venom. 300 Chrome Edition. 300 Regular Edition, which is the first full appearance of Venom and his origin. Number 301, which is pretty much a cover swipe of 300. Number 302. 303. Number 304. 305. Number 306, which is a Superman cover swipe. 307. 308. 309. 310. 311. Love that cover. Just an awesome cover. 312. Love this book. Green Goblin versus the Hobgoblin. Number 313. Awesome lizard. McFarlane really knew how to draw the lizard. That's the best lizard I've ever seen. Is the one he did. The one he did. Number 314. Number 315, which I have two of. Yay. Hydro Man. Number 316. Number 317, which is a cool cover, which I have two of. Yay. Number 318. Very cool. Another one I have two of. Number 319, which one I got from Jen and Silent Bob's Secret Stash. Another one from Jan Silent Bob's Secret Stash, number 320. Number 321. Got a lot of them from the stash. Number 322, which is an awesome looking cover. And those stickers are on the bag, not the book, thank God. Number 323 with Captain America. Another one from the stash. Number 324. 325. Now, one thing that's kind of interesting, which it's one way to identify McFarlane stuff. Hero Hunter 81 was talking about it, but it's not the most 100% accurate way to just find McFarlane stuff, other than his signature. A lot of people, you can see his signature, well, his thing right there. A lot of people go by the Upside Down Spider-Man, which isn't entirely true, because number 325 was almost the last McFarlane Spider-Man, and on 326 somebody else took over, and they still have the Hanging Spider-Man, but this isn't McFarlane. And same thing with 327. This one was done by Eric Larson, It still has a hanging Spider-Man, but the Spider-Man, he's a little bit different. So that you can kind of tell. So technically you can go by the Spider-Man if you want, but you can't always rely on it. But Eric Larsen's actually another awesome artist that I love his Spider-Man stuff. And he did an awesome Scorpion in the later issue. But the last McFarlane Spider-Man, I believe, on Amazing Spider-Man was number 328, which was with the Hulk and Spidey's cosmic powers. Awesome, awesome book. Now, moving into Spider-Man, which this actually was given, I think I mentioned it before. The reason they made Spider-Man is because they loved the fact that McFarlane, what he did on Spider-Man, they loved his work, so they gave him his own title. So they made Spider-Man specifically for Todd McFarlane, which is pretty cool. Here's number 1, regular. Signed silver, which I've shown. Technically a key issue. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Number 6. Awesome Hobgoblin. Number 7. Number 8. Number 9. Number 10. These were awesome Spider-Man issues. Number 11. Number 12. Number 13, which is obviously cover swiper number 1. Awesome cover. Number 14. Now, the other thing is McFarlane left Spider-Man for a little bit. Well, an issue, actually. And Eric Larsen stepped in and did number 15. So this is a non-McFarlane book. But then McFarlane came back for his last issue, which is number 16. Which you got to kind of hold that way. And as you can see, it says, bye Todd. So he left after this one. And that will do it for my McFarlane collection. One other thing, I know Hero Hunter 81 had asked, which I think I put a comment in. I can't remember who I'm commenting on anymore. He had asked, do artists have like leeway, I guess, on what kind of cover they make? Technically, yes, in a way. I remember when my friend and I were doing intern stuff for Marvel, sort of. They were always talking about that artists, certain artists, if they're good enough, you know, and the company likes them, I guess, and they're fast artists, and they're selling a lot of books, that Marvel would turn around and say, hey, you know what, you can have, you know, make a cover that you want, but they still had to get approval. It was basically McFarlane would come up with something like this, like he's like, all right, what's the story? Oh, you know, Spider-Man's going to be fighting the Hulk, he's cosmic powered, you know. So he would come up with this idea, you know, I'm going to make it look like this. But the thing is, he still had to get the approval. Like McFarlane and Jim Lee, they're really quick artists. I mean, I've seen them do stuff extremely fast. But normally what they would do, I know Jim Lee did it a lot, is they would make a couple of different covers, and they'd bring them in and say, you know, editor-in-chief would say, hey, this is what I got. Which one, you know, this is the one I want to put out. You know, I think this is the one that's going to catch everyone's eye over, you know, something like this. Like, I don't think this is going to really appeal to anybody or whatever. And the editor-in-chief would either, you know, say, all right, go run with it, you know, put that out, or they'd pick another one, or tell them to do another one. It's usually how it goes. But a lot of times, like I said, the artists that were popular and selling a lot of books basically got a lot of leeway. Like, they were allowed to pretty much do what they wanted. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, that will do it for this lovely episode. I do have a lot of stuff. Like I said, I still got tons of stuff coming to me in the mail. But I do have a lot of other videos I gotta shoot. I just really haven't had the time. There's just so much stuff going on lately in my life, is that I just don't have extra time really to go and give the videos the attention they need. So it'll be a work in progress. Eventually, it'll just pop up. Like, here you go. One other thing I want to mention: if you're subscribed to me, and for some reason I'm not subscribed to you, let me know in a comment or a video, whatever you want to do, so I know, because there's so many. I've had so many new subscribers, and I'm trying to subscribe to everybody that subscribes to me, and sometimes I miss somebody. So it's only fair. If you're subscribed to me, I'm definitely subscribed to you. But most of the time I subscribe to you because I like your channel anyway. So just let me know in a message box if for some reason I'm not subscribed to you, because it's kind of really not fair for you to be subscribed to me and not subscribe back to you. That was a mouthful. Anyway, if you like what you see, please hit the like button. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe button. And it's not the size of your man cave that matters, it's what you have in it. Later.